Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Students, so in this video, now we are going to discuss regarding bioreactors. Bioreactors. These bioreactors we will be calling by one more name, fermenters. Another name also let me give now only. So in this video, now we are going to discuss regarding bioreactors. Types means in previous video also, in the end of the video I have given information regarding types of bioreactors. So what is information I have given now? Most usable. So mostly what is our type of bioreactor we are using means mostly stirred type of bioreactors we are using. Likewise, one important point I said now. So there are stirred as well as sparged. Likewise, simple stirred and simple sparged. Likewise, so there are two different types of bioreactors I said now. So regarding that one only much information I have given here. Next one, so downstream processing I will explain. After downstream processing, no, so definitely summary. So once this entire information means in particular one chapter, what is the information we have learned, no, so that one step by step I will explain, and on that particular case, no, in the end of the topic, now I will explain a few additional points means which are not given in our NCERT. So in this video, so entire lesson while I'll explain, and so last concept as well as unknown concept means which is not given in our NCERT also I will explain. So come, let us have a look on that. Okay, so bioreactors concerned. So most commonly used bioreactors are stirring type. One more time, most commonly used bioreactors are stirring type of bioreactors. Now, a stirred tank reactor is usually cylindrical. Suppose if you take any kind of reactors, no, definitely that will be cylindrical or with a base curve. To facilitate. So why here cylindrical or the bioreactor base, why it is curve means here, why means reason is to facilitate the mixing of the reactor contents, means what are the contents are there in that particular reactors, no, definitely we can mix well. You try to understand. So because of the curved base, so definitely reactor contents, so what are the contents or what are the ingredients we will be keeping into the reactors, no, everything we can mix well. So the stirrer facilitates even mixing oxygen availability throughout the bioreactor. Means here when we are stirring, no, definitely that particular stirring that facilitates even mixing and as well as oxygen availability. So means here definitely not only for the mixing of the contents or the ingredients, so but also helps to the oxygen availability. So means here we will be adding some kind of, or we will be adding or using which one, some kind of microorganisms. So these particular microorganisms definitely use the oxygen, means aerobic microbes, so sometimes we will use. So definitely suppose if oxygen availability is increased, so definitely the growth of the microorganisms we can be seen more. So I hope you are understanding. So thereby, so the stirrer facilitates even mixing as well as oxygen availability throughout the bioreactors. So means because of these stirrers, oxygen availability is increased. So not only oxygen availability increases, so here ingredients and everything so will be mixed thoroughly. So that point you try to save in your mind. Next one, alternatively air can be bubbled. So one more mechanism also is there, we can send the air as bubble form. So like small bubble forms we can send through the reactor has agitator system. Means agitator system means so some kind of air sending missions will be there, agitator missions. So means here by having of agitator system, an axis on a delivery system and a foam controlling system and a temperature controlling system, pH controlling system and a sampling pots so that the small volumes of the culture can be withdrawn periodically. Now here what is information I have given? So there alternatively one more method also is there. In that particular case air we will be sending as bubbles throughout the reactor. So here that particular thing only we will be taking as agitative system. Next one, not only agitative system there, oxygen delivery system will be there and a foam controlling system will be there. Next one, temperature control system will be there. Next one, pH controlling system is there. Next one, sampling pots also. Means here what is a condition there, all suitable conditions or optimum conditions are there or not. So definitely, so each and every time we can monitor. Okay, so that small volumes of the culture can be withdrawn periodically. So by using of or by maintenance of all favorable conditions, or suitable conditions, so what is the thing we can be seen means, so definitely finally we can produce which one product or suitable product. So that particular suitable product we can obtain or we can get periodically. Next one, downstream processing. So here types of so here in the bioreactor types I didn't give you now. Why? Because already I have given in previous video. So now downstream processes are concerned after completion of the biosynthetic stage. After completion of a biosynthetic stage, now by using of optimum conditions, now we have started to produce which one product so thereby, so that particular process only now we will be considering as a biosynthetic stage. So in this biosynthetic stage, the product has to be subjected through a series of process. So means here the product after completion of this one, the product has to be subjected to through a series of processes before it is released into the market or marketing as a finished product. Means here, so once we have obtained, means after completion of a biosynthetic stage, definitely we will obtain product. That particular product when we will be taking or when we will be withdrawn from the bioreactors, on the spot without any further processes. So okay, we should not send into the market. So what we have to do is definitely we have to subject it to a series of processes before it ready for its marketing. So means here first of all product formation takes place in bioreactors. Once the product formation taking place in bioreactors, so that one we have to purify. So some kind of different types of series of processes by following such kind of thing. So definitely what we have to do is we have to purify that one, then only we have to market. So next one, the processes includes, now from here onwards try to concentrate clearly, the processes includes separation and purification. Don't forget these two words. Now first one is separation as well as purification, which are collectively referred as downstreaming or downstream processing. One more time, the process which includes which one? One is a separation as well as a purification. Now purification and and one more is a separation, which are collectively referred to as downstream processing. Don't forget sometimes what is the meaning of downstream processing, likewise also chance is there to ask. Okay, now the product has to be formulated with the suitable preservatives. So here, so definitely the product has to be formulated with the suitable preservatives. Means once we will be using, or once we have obtained the product, so definitely by using of suitable preservatives only, so our product we can be maintained in good qualities without any disturbances. So that is a point they have mentioned. Now, so such formulations, now continue to learn. So such formulations has to understand through the clinical trials as in case of drugs. Means here, suppose if we are producing, or if you are providing, or if you are generating any kind of medicine like, or any kind of drugs, means, so in this particular case, no, in this particular case definitely, definitely we have to go with clinical trials. So definitely we have to do the clinical trials. So suppose if you are producing, or in your bioreactor, or in your fermenter, so suppose if you are producing any kind of drugs, means definitely we have to do the series of processes for purification. So that is only we will be calling as clinical trials. Means clinical trials means one purification is done. Once the purification is done, so in some kind of movies we will be observing. So there what there whether that particular drug is working in correct mode or not, whether that particular drug or antibiotic or is working or not, definitely, so they will test. So that is only clinical trials. Means first of all they will test in rats, later monkeys, likewise we will see now. So after completion of, means, so here now corona also, why we are unable to produce or unable to get the drugs, means now it is in clinical trials. Suppose if they succeeded in clinical trials, so definitely they will use in human beings. So likewise, suppose if you are producing, or if you are getting any kind of a drug, no, so that particular thing we have to go with clinical trials. So then only, so we can come to know that, or we can understand that particular drug is working properly or not. So now a strict quality control testing for each product is also required. So here strict quality control testing. So what is the thing? Suppose for the preparation of one drug and all, so we will use, there are different types of chemicals. So we will mix the different types of chemicals together. In this particular case, no, strict quality control testing. So definitely we have to do, definitely it is required for each product. Don't forget, this point also is important. Next one, the downstream processing and quality control testing vary from the product to product. Means here in a downstream processing and quality control. So quality control testing, so definitely vary from the product to product. Suppose here if you are producing one kind of drug, so procedure will be differ, and if you are producing any kind of vaccine, for that procedure will be different. Means for drugs, antibiotics, vaccines, so definitely having different which one procedures, but so for all kind of products procedure will not be same, or the processes will not be same, vary from the product to product. So that is information. So I have given under downstream processing. One more time, let me revise. Only downstream processing. The downstream processing is nothing but separation and purification. Separation and purification. So separation and purification of so which one, any kind of product. So in this particular case, no, the process includes the separation and purification, which are collectively referred to as which one, downstream processing. Next one here. So what is the point here we have seen? The formulations has to understand through the clinically trials in case of drugs. So definitely, so what are the formulations? So what we have prepared now? So definitely we have to understand. So we have to understand through the clinical trials. Suppose if you produce drugs, likewise, so here there are different types of procedures are there for the purification or for the separation of different types of products. So but these all there are, even though if you are producing, there are different types of products, procedure is not same. So procedure is different to different in depends on the product to product. So here somewhat information we can understand like that. So next one is summary. So actually up to here this particular chapter is completed. Now now onwards, so here the summary means here what is the information we have learned in principles of inheritance and variation chapter. Next one, additional information. So somewhat additional information only I have given. So before start to learn or before start to give additional information, let me give somewhat information so regarding this particular chapter. So summary concern, biotechnology deals with large scale production. So we have seen that is only. So definitely biotechnology deals with large scale production and marketing of products and processes using live organism or live organisms or cells or enzymes. So one more time, biotechnology deals with large scale production, large scale production and marketing of products. So not only production, not only the production of antibiotics or the vaccines in a large scale. So not only production, definitely marketing of products means, so here what are the products we have produced, so those products must be marketed, means we have maintained that kind of skills to market our product, okay. And processes using, so here processes we are using for obtaining of a product here, these processes. So here in these processes, what are the things we are using? We are using living organisms. Sometimes we will use living organisms, sometimes we will use cells, and sometimes we will use enzymes for obtaining of products, okay. So now modern biotechnology using genetically modified organisms was made possible only when man learned to alter the chemistry of DNA. So this point we can understand. What is the point now I write now? So now biotechnology using genetically modified organisms. So definitely by using of means here in biotechnology, so genetically modified organisms was made possible. So because of the creation of genetically modified organisms, so what we have trying to produce means, so when we have created these genetically modified organisms, so how we have been created? So definitely what is the chemistry of DNA is there, no? That one means if you see the chemistry of DNA means, already I told you so many times. So in a DNA there are three different types of nitrogen, there are three different types of components over there. So by changing the chemistry of these kind of DNA molecules, so definitely we can obtain the genetically modified organisms. So genetically modified organisms, okay. So now, so when we will alter the chemistry of DNA, so definitely we can obtain or we can construct the recombinant DNA. Okay, man. Now, so definitely, so by alter the chemistry of DNA, definitely we can construct the recombinant DNA. So this particular recombinant DNA is key process. Okay, a key process is known as recombinant DNA technology. So this key process is called as recombinant DNA technology. So means here the construction of recombinant DNA technology, that one we will be knowing as, our process is known as recombinant DNA technology or genetic engineering processes. This process involves in the use of restriction endonucleases. So here this is a point. Now here in order to construction of recombinant DNA technology, so definitely what is the thing here we are using? Restriction endonucleases. So here in introduction in tools I have given information. So these restriction endonucleases definitely belongs to the large class nuclease. So there are two different types of enzymes over there. One is one is exonuclease and one more is endonuclease. So this particular endonuclease cut the DNA at specific locations within the DNA. We have seen also this one. So means, so here the construction of recombinant DNA technology is made possible because of the presence of restriction endonucleases. And here, so here the in order to creation of recombinant DNA, we have taken the help of DNA ligase also now. Why? Because so for the fusioning or for the joining of both sticky ends of foreign DNA as well as vector DNA, we are fusing, means here we are joining with the help of DNA ligase only now. So thereby, So here in order to construction of recombinant DNA technology, tDNA, so definitely here we are using two different types of enzymes. One is endonuclease and one more is DNA ligase. So appropriate plasmid or viral vectors to isolate and ferry the foreign DNA into the host cell. So once our foreign gene when is inserted into the plasmid, recombinant DNA formation takes place. That particular recombinant DNA now we will incorporate into the host organisms, and within the host organisms definitely expression of the foreign gene, so formation takes place. So once the foreign gene is involved in the formation of foreign product, so definitely by the process of downstream processing we can purify. So once you see there, the purification of the gene product, that is functional protein, and finally marketing or making the suitable formulations for the marketing. So once DNA or the recombinant DNA formation takes place, that particular recombinant DNA we will be incorporating into the host. So that particular host by creating of suitable conditions. So here when we will be providing of suitable conditions, definitely our gene produce some kind of good products or the desirable products. So after formation of suitable products, definitely by following of downstream processing and techniques, so definitely we can purify as well as we can separate the product. Later once we will find okay, our product is good, at the time we can market. So we can sell our product in our market. So means here large scale production, large scale production, not small scale. So we are producing huge quantities of products. So that is the meaning of large scale production involves in the use of bioreactors or fermenters. So means here by using of bioreactors or by using of fermenters, so definitely we can produce our product in huge quantities. So that is information we can learn. So now in this particular case, what is the information we can be seen? So here up to here summary also is completed. So now what is the information now I am going to give you is, so that information is not there in our textbook. So it is apart from the textbook I am giving you, you try to learn this one. So now small concept, that is cosmid. Cosmids are constructed hybrid vector DNA. So first itself they have given good point, that is the cosmids are constructed hybrid vector DNA derived from the plasmid which contain cos site of phase lambda. So here lambda, so lambda words also I have written. So means cosmids are constructed hybrid vector DNA, so derived from the plasmid which contain cos site of phase lambda. So try to understand. Okay. So next one, the complementary single stranded regions present in the phase lambda abbreviated as cos site. Now you may ask, sir, cos site which is present in the lambda phase you have given now. So how we have to understand means, now here we can be taken. Now what is the complementary single stranded regions? So one more time you see there, the complementary single stranded regions present in the phase lambda, present in the phase lambda abbreviated as cos site. So means definitely what is the point here, we can understand, no, these cos sites we can be seen in lambda phase, and these are all single stranded regions, means here these standards also complementary single stranded regions present in the lambda phase we can be taken as cos sites. Okay, COS sites. Okay, this cos site is excised from the DNA of a phase and cloned in the plasmid DNA. Now here, so what is the cos sites or what are the cos sites are there? No, so definitely these cos sites excised simply cutting. So that one separation we will separate, means which one we are separating? Cos site we are separating from the DNA of a phase lambda and we are cloning. So we are attaching with the another plasmid. Okay, means we are cloning with the we are cloning in the plasmid, means the cos site that we are obtaining from the phase lambda. So this cos site now we are joining with the plasmid, so thereby which one formation takes place? So here which one formation takes place? No, you see there, thus the resulting, so thus the resulting circular double stranded hybrid DNA. So here what we have seen, cos sites are nothing but complementary single stranded regions we have taken, but when we have taken this cos sites from the phase lambda and when we are cloning in the plasmid, now we have obtained circular double stranded hybrid DNA we have obtained. So next one, this shares the properties of plasmid DNA and the phase DNA. So recombinant DNA is there means, so recombinant DNA is there means definitely, so definitely it requires or it contains, so definitely it contains both properties. Once you see, so this double stranded DNA, how we have been obtained? So here plasmid genes are there as well as cos site, means here the lambda phase genes also are there. So definitely, so that information only now we are learning. So that information is double stranded hybrid DNA shares the properties of plasmid DNA, properties of plasmid DNA as well as properties of lambda phase DNA. So that is enough. Next one, such modified plasmid DNA so is known as cosmid DNA. So now instead of calling of recombinant DNA, just they are calling as cosmid DNA. So means one plasmid or initially cosmid sites we have been taken from the lambda phase. So these cos sites we have incorporated into the plasmid. So when we have produced recombinant DNA, no, so that particular recombinant DNA only now we have given another name as cosmid DNA. Try to remember cosmid DNA. Now cos sites enables the DNA to be packed in the phase capsid, means here now we have seen. So what we have seen, definitely cos sites we have taken from the lambda phase. From the lambda phase we have taken cos sites. Now cos sites information key they are giving. So down what they are giving, these cos sites enable the DNA. So definitely cos sites are nothing but DNA, but this particular DNA is packed in the phase capsid, means here protein. Suppose if you take one virus, no, proteins made up of like a capsid will be there. Within the capsid we can find out the DNA, isn't it? So thereby, so here what is the information they are giving? No, so definitely this particular DNA is present in the capsid. So from this DNA we have taken cos sites. So try to understand. So within the capsid, CAPSID, D not appearing clearly, capsid. So within the capsid we can find the DNA. So from this DNA we can obtain cos sites. So these cos sites, so by mixing or by joining with the plasmid, definitely we can obtain cosmid DNA. Cosmid DNA only another name or a simple name is recombinant DNA madre. Okay. Now so cosmids allow to in vitro packing of a foreign DNA into the phase cosmids. So here what is information? These cosmids allow the in vitro packing of a foreign DNA into the phase cosmids. So here try to understand this one. Next one, these cosmids lack genes encoding viral proteins. So here one important point. What is the point here we have to take? No, what are the cosmids? So here what are the cosmids we have been constructed? So this one is not possessing of viral proteins. So viral protein genes are not there in that particular cosmids. So just we have taken cos sites from the which one virus, but that particular virus genes here in this cosmids definitely viral protein coding genes not there. Suppose viral coding genes are there means, so within the host definitely produce viruses, at the time again problem, isn't it? So means these cosmids lack the genes encoding viral proteins, therefore neither viral protein are formed within the host cell nor cell lysis occurs, means cell lysis will not be takes place as well as viral proteins will not be synthesized in the host cells. So thereby, so due to the absence of viral proteins, viral protein genes in that cosmates, so no problem. Why? Because so here viral proteins will not be synthesized within the host, as well as so what is the host cell receive this cosmate, so that will not get lysis because of the absence of viruses. So definitely no chance. Why? Why? Because there is no viral genes within that. Now the advantage is cosmates for cloning is that its efficiency as high. So one more time you see there the advantage of cosmates. What is the advantage of cosmate for cloning? Advantage of cosmates for cloning is that efficiency is high. Suppose if you use these cosmates, so definitely without any low risk, means with a low risk, so definitely efficiency will be high enough. So this particular efficiency is high is enough to produce a complete genomic library of 10 to the power of 6 to 10 to the power of 7 clones from the mere of 1 microgram of DNA insert. Means here, suppose if you use just 1 microgram of DNA, suppose if you insert for the making of cosmetic DNA, so definitely, so what is the percentage or what is the number of DNA here you can obtain, means what is the genomic library here you can get now, that is 10 to the power of 6 to 10 to the power of 7 clones. Just we are using 1 microgram of DNA insertion we are using for the construction of cosmates, but so because of the high efficiency, so definitely here we can get more genomic library. So the number concerned 10 to the power of 6 to 10 to the power of 7 clones here we can be obtained. So in additional information, so what is the information I have given now? Just construction of cosmates I have given. So how we can do this cosmates construction means, so from the phase, means from the one bacteria phase or from the virus. So simply let me take like that, lambda phase virus. So there cos sites we are taking. So these cos sites now we are combining with the plasmid. So thereby actually when we have taken cos sites, now these are all single stranded regions, but when we are joining with the plasmids, they are double stranded. So here you can see my double stranded hybrid DNA formation takes place. So that particular thing only. So instead of calling of recombinant DNA, just we are calling as a cosmid DNA. So this particular cosmid DNA now we can be developed in laboratory conditions. So there. So these particular cosmates, suppose if you are using means, so these cosmates are not having viral genes, viral protein genes are absent. So because of the absence of viral protein genes, definitely, so what are the problems generally we will face, such kind of problems will not be raised. So what are the problems we can be seen generally? Suppose if you take viral coding genes, definitely problem is there with viruses, but here we didn't insert viral protein coding genes, that's why the problems with viruses completely avoided. But so by using of these cosmates, so here advantages are there, very having high efficiency. So in order to producing of more amount of genomic library, even though if you use 1 microgram of DNA, so we can produce approximately genomic library 10 power 6 to 10 to the power of 7 clones we can be obtained by insertion of just 1 microgram of DNA. So that is information. So in this video I would like to give you. So this is entire information regarding biotechnology principles as well as processes. So this chapter is completed. So in the next video I will come with biotechnology applications. Okay, ma? Thank you.